Terri Trespicio, and I'm a media personality and lifestyle expert and coach. And I work with individuals, corporations, brands, anyone who has something to say but isn't sure how to say it or who to say it to. So whether someone's trying to develop content for their website or trying to develop their online dating profile, I help them figure out what it is they're trying to say and what they're going to get as a result. There's too much information. There's too much to handle. How do I wrap my brain around it? How do I keep up? And when we think about this, it's easy to point to all of the very, very new tools that we have open to us. We say, oh, Facebook, Twitter, and all the internet, oh, that's too much. This stuff's been around for like 2 seconds. And yet it's not the first time humans have felt overwhelmed. There's a fear that you can't keep up, that you're gonna miss the train, you're gonna miss the boat, whatever form of transportation you fear missing most. The fear is I'm not doing the right thing, and I'm not gonna know, and there's too much information, I can't find out what I'm supposed to know, as if the answer's out there, what you're supposed to be doing, which, by the way, it's not. It's easy to start to believe that what you see in the media, in any kind of media, is the real thing. And it can be really sort of disappointing, right? Because you think, well, I'm supposed to be doing something, I'm not doing it. FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. We're not just consumers anymore. We are creators, we're collaborators, we're contributors. Anything that we see or read or hear can be shared and commented on. Before social media, rewind, you had email. Before email, rewind, people would call you on the phone. That was awesome. What? I'm so glad we don't have that. Because I can't imagine trying to work and then the phone rings, you have to answer it and you don't know who's calling. Who does? What? Oh, information overload. It's too much, like I said. Oh, it's too much. We can't handle it. We'll never be able to handle it. What you take in determines how you are and who you are. It's your habit. It's what you decide to do and take in. It's just like diet. Does anyone get up and walk into like Star Market or something and go, how am I gonna eat all this food? I gotta eat all this food. Ah, so many chips, so little time. Like, no, you're not gonna eat all that food. No, of course not. Same thing with your information, diet. You decide what you're gonna take on. So what I hear is people saying, oh, I can't handle this too much. And this is media, right? I mean, I'm sure TV isn't even that long ago that TV was introduced, really. And people were, of course, terrified that that was gonna steal your soul, too. The same goes for social media. There's no doubt there is a threat to our focus, to our privacy, to our ability to concentrate on one thing because it's so tempting. It's just like this itch that was created, like this social media rash, we have to scratch it. And so what do you do to create a better digital diet? Because before we get into what you put out there, we have to think about what you're taking in. Simple things to keep in mind are to prioritize, to think about what's important for you. You. Ever think you don't get around to the stuff you really care about? Make that your priority. Use tools that help you do that. So rather than think there's too much, think I'm gonna use the digital tools to straighten out my digital diet. You have the power to become an expert. So that moves us into the part of the talk that I like to call brand you. Brand you. Let's talk about what it means to have a brand. And it almost has become a marketing cliche to say that everyone is their own brand. Your brand is what you're contributing through all of your different social media networks, whatever you do. You blog, you tweet, you write for whatever publication you write for, or do whatever. Anything where you leave your mark and your fingerprint is your brand. Brand requires action on your part. It's intention. But whenever you post something, whenever you say something, that is your brand. Your brand is part intention, part reputation, part who you are now, and part who you want to be. And that's the important part because a brand grows and expands and changes with you and with your interests. If all the writers who have juicy stories didn't tell it because they'd be afraid of upsetting their mothers, there would be no books to read. How would you do with a certain amount of attention? Are you ready to stand up for things you say? And I think that's a powerful place to be. If people don't disagree with you, then you're not saying something worth saying. You're really looking for 3 things: connection, engagement, and value. You're looking to offer those things and also define those things. Go into networking situations thinking, what can I offer? What can I learn? And what can I share? The most powerful relationships I've had in my network, which has now had years to grow and I feed it regularly, is what I could do for other people. Not like I'm some big, oh, I'm the Mother Teresa of networking. But I know that the more I connect other people, the more it connects. There's a lot of people who are afraid of that. Well, that's my contact. I don't want to share my contact. Oh, she's going to know this person. They're going to be together and they're going to go off without me and I'm going to miss out. It's called a network it's a web. It's not a train track. It's not a hallway. It's not supposed to just get you from you to there. The idea is that the more people you connect to each other, the bigger your network is. And so a lot of people treat networks like it's a grocery store. Oh, I'm just gonna go in there when I need it. I'm gonna thump a few melons and like get a job. Like, good luck with that. Because it's not a grocery store. It's a patch of dirt and you grow it. And the most amazing thing is you plant one seed and 10 things could pop up. It can, but you have to feed it, water it, you have to tend to it too, because you don't know where those jobs are gonna come from. And someone you meet here today could hire you 5 years from now for the best project of your life. I urge you to go home tonight and think about who you are, what you want, what you have to offer, and how you can get people together. How can you meet new people? This is so critical because you're early on and you have all the power to do that now. So tonight, rethink, how am I gonna use social media to make my life more interesting for myself, better, more engaged? The volume is not the question. The truth is, as soon as I started tweeting regularly, I stayed on people's radar and all of a sudden I was connecting with more people. That's important to me, is the connecting part. And basically, a set of tweets for the day is a paragraph split up into 140 characters each. Boop, 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 boop. I think of the thoughts, I schedule them, half hour apart, bang. And I also tweet through the day so there's some live, real, organic stuff about me and my life and what I'm doing. And you say, oh, who cares? Well, you put in a bunch of different things that you're doing, and you share ideas that you found. And let me tell you, I've had like 2-3 new Twitter followers a day, which is kind of exciting because that wasn't how it was before. And in 1 week, I had 3 new clients. So don't tell me it doesn't work. The tools don't work, you work. And you have to work those tools. And thank you guys so much. This is really a lot of fun. Thank you.